Y'all, my house is starting to feel like a science experiment. Uh, I have been bitten by the sourdough starter bug. Look at this. 1, 2, 3. I don't want to drop them. So I have 5. 5 starters. Okay. Now this wasn't intentional. This started from Big Boosie. Y'all remember Big Boosie? Okay. Big Boosie wasn't doing so good. And it dawned on me, like it really hit me. Why? I feel like I understand now why ratios matter, and that I feel like I have been under feeding her. When I look back, I can't say that I probably discarded as much as I should have for that 1-to-1 ratio. So that would mean 50 grams of starter with 50 grams of water and flour. So I feel like I always had a little bit more starter, or I was only doing the ratios for the water and the flour and not the starter. And I kind of stopped measuring a little bit too. So needless to say, it was suggested to me to double up on feedings, which I did yesterday. So I would feed in the morning and then I would feed again in the evening. And that seemed to really help some. I saw some more of, bubbles happening. Someone else said it could be too cold. So I wrapped her up real good in a little towel, especially when it get cold at night. Did that. After I had done some baking yesterday, I let it cool down a lot and then I put her in the stove, So we'll see. But needless to say, y'all want to hear something funny? I had a backup starter. I think I told y'all this. A backup starter to Big Boosie. Big Boosie, backup starter. Y'all want to know what I named her? I'm so tickled by this. Big Boosie and Lil Boosie. I am so tickled by that. Big Boosie and Lil Boosie. All right, there we go. So, what else did I do? So I told you that I really wanted to bake. I don't know why, but I wanted to bake this Sunday. That would officially be 2 weeks from the time that I started Big Boosie, and I have come to accept she just isn't ready yet. And it just may take some time, some more loving, so cool. I'm going to let it go. However, I'm still determined to bake, if not tomorrow, then Monday. We just going to keep pushing. So I heard people talking about getting a dehydrated starter and trying that. So I showed you this brand here. I've heard it's really good and it's San Francisco style. I kicked this off yesterday by putting the starter chips in the jar, putting some water in, letting it do its thing. And then the first feeding for day 2 was today. So here she is right here. Not too much is happening. I see some air bubbles going on. Not really sure. Now, I guess I'm not that much of a rule follower. Because it told me to start with, what is this? Unbleached all-purpose flour. Well, this is also a mistake that I made. I thought I had some, or I used that for Big Boosie, and then someone pointed out, as you remember, that it was gluten-free. Okay? So I was like, I ain't buying no more flour. All right? Not doing it. So I used bread flour. I don't know if that will work in this scenario, If it doesn't, then now I bought some just in case, and I'll just order another pack of dehydrated starter here. So wish me luck. This starter typically should be 3 days. So I think after tomorrow, maybe it'll be ready to bake. I really don't know. The next step for today with this, though, is to around 6 o'clock or so, I'm going to feed again, and or maybe it's discard first. I'm going to discard some, feed, and then see what happens. But let's talk about why I have so many jars. So we had Big Boosie and Little Boosie. Technically, I had too much in Big Boosie anyway. Okay, I did not stick to that 1-to-1 ratio. So what I end up doing, just to kind of like see, I made a couple of other versions. Okay, so Big Boosie done had some kids. Okay, she done had some babies. So we got Little Boosie here. So I wanted to see how she would do. And I do see some bubbles happening. And then another one, I can't tell you why. Just to compare it. Science experiment? I don't know. We'll see. But part of the reason why I also wanted to do this is because I just feel like I need to wash the jars. Like, it's just too much. And I feel like sanitation-wise, it can't be good for it to start to be all over the jar. So I'm going to discard, I guess, the rest of this, leave what's remaining, and maybe keep it in that jar. I don't know yet. We'll go with the flow. That's it. That's the story today. I'm trying to stay on top of everything. It does get a little confusing having so many jars. So I want to say that 2 of these will go away, and then I will just have 2 versions of Big Boosie and my backup here, which, let's name her. Okay, I think her name will be Startisha. I'm having way too much fun with this. You get it? Because she's a starter. Startisha. Yeah. All right, y'all. That's it. Happy Saturday, or whatever day it is that you're watching this. Follow my journey, because it feels like it's going to be a wild one. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Love and light to you guys. Talk to you soon.